a really cool character. So, okay, we'll
Yeah.
speak.
Okay, perfect. So I feel like you have the physicality of a really good villain.
Right.
Are you very?
That's what people keep saying. Yeah.
I think that we're gonna see you in some fight scenes. I don't know, like we were just saying that we don't know much about this character.
Right.
Can you tell us anything about him?
I will tell you as much as I can. He's very well dressed. He's very intelligent. He's very happy. He's very badass. And yes, he is very physical.
And he doesn't like James Bond.
No, absolutely. I think he does. I think he does. I think he likes James Bond a lot, actually. I don't think he, it's weird, I don't think he's a very happy-go-lucky character. I don't think he really has a personal dislike for anyone.
Okay, so he's not really a villain, or can we say that?
Yeah, no, we can't.
Okay.
Well, it's one of those things. I think it's one of those things. It's, you know, I think we want the audience to kind of be surprised and, you know, want to leave that part mysterious for now until the film comes out.
So what was your relationship with James Bond before this movie? Were you a big fan? Have you watched it growing up?
I watched it growing up, mostly Sean Connery. And I'll be honest, I always feel bad about saying this, but I really didn't get back into it until Daniel took over as James Bond. And it's really because I just believe in him. He is James Bond. I mean, I don't want to, you know, I want my James Bond to be a guy who, you know, I believe has been in a few fights. And I had trouble believing that with some of the other Bonds. With Daniel, I don't. Daniel looks like he's been in a few bar fights, and I like that about him. You know, he's not so perfect. You know, he's a very handsome guy, and he's very debonair. But he just looks like he's had a life. He looks like he's been in some fights, and I like that.
And you had some fights too, because
I've
you
been
have
in
a
a few
background.
fights myself. Maybe that's why. I want to believe that Bond is. I don't want to look at a Bond and say I can kick that guy's ass, wouldn't it? No problem. I want to look at Bond and think, maybe not. Maybe I don't want to mess with this guy.
So you don't think you could kick his ass?
I don't know, but you know, even Daniel, he's a very physical guy. We've done a lot of stunt training together, and he's an athletic, physical guy. So yeah, it's one of those things where, I believe in him. You know, I don't want to. He's not a guy I would mess with.
So you have.
But I'm also, I'm not a bully. I don't go around starting fights. I don't go around picking fights.
That's good. I don't think anyone would pick a fight with you either.
I hope not.
No.
Usually I'm that type of guy who can diffuse a situation. I was a bouncer for a very long time.
Oh.
So I've dealt with a lot of drunks and a lot of guys who have tried to pick fights with me. And I just don't have any interest in it. You know, I'm not the kind of guy who gets an adrenaline rush from getting in a fight. You know, I'm not overly testosterone. I feel like I have to go around and prove how tough I am. You know, I know I'm tough. I'm content with that. I don't need to prove it to anybody.
And you have a background in wrestling. Are you still wrestling, or are you just?
No, I'm not wrestling at the moment, and really just because I'm really pursuing films, just because I love it. It's kind of the new chapter in my life. But no, I still practice martial arts on a weekly basis. You know, every week I'm in boxing, jiu-jitsu, amateur wrestling, you know, something like that. But I am a physical guy. It's just part of my nature, part of who I am. But I'm the last guy that's going to get in a street fight, honestly. I just don't have any interest in it.
That's okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see you in this film.
Yes, pleasure.
Now I'm even